Open world games used to feel like magic. The moment a player stepped into a world like Skyrim, GTA 5, or Fallout New Vegas, it felt alive, full of stories, hidden details, and unexpected discoveries. But today, even as maps get bigger, players keep saying the same thing. This feels empty. It's not that developers aren't trying, it's that the formula for open worlds has changed, and not always for the better. The first reason modern open worlds feel empty is simple. They have grown too large for their own good. Developers use massive maps as selling points, emphasizing thousands of square miles or the biggest world we've ever made, but scale without purpose becomes noise. Walking across a giant landscape means nothing if there's nothing meaningful to do there. Instead of discovering secrets or stumbling into handcrafted moments, players check through copy-paste terrain that repeats the same asset and activities. The world becomes wide, but shallow. Okay, I'm not trying to be annoying like that, but... Okay, back to the video. Another contributor is the rise of content padding. Many open worlds rely on repeating the same tasks, clearing outposts, climbing towers, collecting pointless items to artificially extend playtime. These activities fill space but don't enrich the experience. After a few hours, the player realizes they're doing the same quests with different dressing. The world technically has content, but not content that feels worth engaging with. It's quantity over quality, and players can tell. NPCs also play a huge role in world immersion, and unfortunately, modern NPCs often feel lifeless. Instead of having routines, personalities, or unique dialogue, they stand around waiting to give generic quests or repeat the same line. A world feels empty not because it lacks people, but because the people inside it don't feel real. Atmosphere is another area where older open worlds often excelled. Smaller maps meant more attention to detail, unique landmarks, environmental storytelling, and carefully placed encounters. These little touches made exploring feel rewarding. Now, in the push for size, atmosphere gets stretched thin. The result is a world that technically looks impressive, but emotionally feels hollow. There's also the reality that players have changed. We've played so many open worlds over the last decade that the formula feels predictable. When you've climbed your 50th tower, unlocked your 100th outpost, or collecting your 1000th resource, it no longer feels exciting. We've become desensitized to the tricks that once wowed us. What used to be a groundbreaking design choice has become a routine. But perhaps the biggest reason open world feels empty is development pressure. Studios are expected to produce massive, visually stunning worlds on tight schedules. Building a handcrafted, reactive open world takes enormous time and resources. It's easier to automate, copy, or procedural generate content that is to handcraft memorable stories or encounters. The result is a world that looks alive at first glance, but collapses on close inspection. That's why GTA 6 is taking so freaking long to make. It's because they are not following deadlines. They are making sure the game is in tip-top shape before releasing it. And I'm glad they're doing it, because I don't want another cyberpunk disaster again. Open world games feel empty today because they've lost the balance between scale and substance. When everything is huge, nothing stands out. When everything is filled with tasks, nothing feels valuable. Players don't want a giant map for the sake of a giant map. They want a world that feels alive, reactive, and worth exploring. And until more studios return to depth over distance, many open worlds will continue to feel like the vast landscapes with very little actually inside of them.